This is Professor Alfredo G. Alvarez Jr. and we're going to do the Alvarez GED 149, the Algebra 1, Part 2, questions 31 through 60. Okay, all this money, we don't need it. We can get some money later. Maybe work at Margin or something. Great boss, great work, great job. 24 hours open. So now let's do it. Here we go. So we have multiply these. So let's get my pen here. All right. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna multiply x times x squared is x3 power. X times 3x is 3x squared, and x times 3 is 3x. Now the next number, 7 times that is 7x squared, and 7 times 3 is 21x, and 7 times 3 is 21. Now put the like terms together, which means x cubed. That's it, done with that one. 3x squared and 7x squared, put them together, that's going to give you what? 10x squared. And then 3x and 21x is 24x, and 21, bring it down. So the answer is x cubed plus 10x squared plus 24x plus 21. That's it. X cubed plus 10x squared plus 24x plus 21. Leave it alone. Alright, so you can either go to college and work at Margins, great boss, great work, open 24 hours. You can make some money there if you want to. Alright, let's go next question. Solve the linear equation. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add to both sides 3, 3. Once I add 3, 3 to both sides, what happens? You have negative 8x is 32. Divide by negative 8. Divide by negative 8. So x is a positive by negative is going to be a negative 4. Solve the linear equation. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. Minus 2 minus 2. So I have 8y is 2. Now what? Now we divide both sides by what? 8. 8. Oh, but then we have 2 over 8. We need to rewrite that as 2 times 1, 2 times 4. And guess what? The 2's go away. What's left over is y equals 1/4. Solve the linear equation. 6 parentheses. We need to do that. Please excuse my dear Sally PEMDAS. Order operation. So 6 times x is 6x. 6 times negative 3, negative 18. I did multiplication first. Now, add 18 to both sides. So we're going to have 6x equals 30. Divide by 6, divide by 6, and 30 divided by 6 is a 5. Solve the linear equation. Again, we need to do the order operations. Multiply this first. So negative 3 times that, negative 3x. Negative times negative is a positive. 4 times that is 4x. 4 times 4 is 16. And 38, bring it down. So now we have that. Now, what we're going to do is go ahead and combine like terms we have 6 minus 1 is 5, and this one is going to be 54. Now, minus 5 both sides. These are gone. So negative 3x equals 4x plus 49. Now we're going to go minus 4x both sides. And guess what? These are gone. So we have negative 7x equals 49. Divide by negative 7. Divide by negative 7. So the answer is what? Negative 7. Solve the linear equation. LCD is 12 because they all divide 12. 3, 12, and 4 divide 12, so that's what we're going to use. Multiply everything by what? 12, 12, 12. 3 divides 12, 4. 12 divides 12, 1. 4 divides 12, 3. So now multiply these, you get 20y. 1y equals 63. Add these together, it's 21y equals 63. Now guess what? We're going to go ahead and divide by 21, divide by 21, so y equals 3. Again, you can use the prime numbers right here. See what I have right there? Divide 3 into 3, 1. 2 into that, 2 into that, 3 into that, and then once I get all these numbers here, you can say that the most of anything was 2, 2, and a 3. That's it. So 2, 2, and a 3 is a 12. That's why we got the LCD. Solve the linear equation with decimals. Okay, we can get it. So what we're going to do is add 2.1, 2.1 to both sides. So now these are gone. So we have 0.07 equals 0.09x, so 0.07x equals 0.094x, I mean. And now we can do what? Minus 0.04, minus 0.04 both sides. So these are gone. So we have this and this is going to be 0.03x equals 0.9. Now divide by 0.03, 0.03, use your calculator if you have one of those. And what are you going to get? Exactly 30. Okay? Multiply the... parentheses, you get multiply numbers first. So 0.4 times y is 0.4y. That times that is going to be 1.2. That times that is going to be 0.5y. And that times that is going to be negative 2. Now we're going to add negative 1.2, negative 1.2 to both sides. Subtract So that's gone. So now you have 0.4 y equals 0.5 y minus 32. Now we're going to go ahead and what? Let's give it a 0.5 y, negative and negative. Guess what happens? These are gone. And we have negative 0.1 y equals negative 3.2. Divide by negative 0.1 by negative 0.1. So the answer is what? Exactly 32. Solve the linear equation. Multiply the parentheses first. So 2 times that is 2x, 2 times 4 is 8. Now I'm going to go minus 8 both sides. So we have this left over. So now minus 2x. What? 2 minus 2 is 0. And that's never going to be equal to negative 4. So if you get a contradiction like this, that means that what? It's the empty set or there's no solution that works here. Okay? Empty set is a solution. Contradiction. No number, no matter what you put it never works. Okay. Solve the linear equation. Okay, got it. Multiply it out first. 8 times that is 8x. 8 times that negative 16 equals this. Add 16, add 16. So now we have 8x equals 8x. Now we're going to go minus 8x, minus 8x. What? 0 equals 0. Whenever you get something that's true always like this, it's an identity. That means that all real numbers is the solution for this. Infinite number of solutions. This one. Solve the literal equation for the letter G. Alright, so G's right there, so I'm going to divide by my. So my goes away, and guess what happens? You have letter G equals C over my. So letter G equals what? C. C over my equals letter G. Got it? Yes. Next one. Another literal equation. Need to solve for x. So we're going to do this. Minus fy to both sides. So what's going to happen? You're going to have cx equals k minus fy. Divide by c in both sides. And these are gone. So you have x equals k minus fy over c. Final answer for that literal equation. Solve the literal equation again for the letter x. So divide by what? Divide by t, divide by t. These cancel here. So c over t equals what? X. That's what we want to get by itself. Solve the literal equation for y. So first thing I'm going to do is minus 3x minus 3x. These are gone. So 5y equals 19 minus 3x. Now divide by 5, divide by 5, divide by 5. So y equals 19 over 5 minus 3x over 5. And rewrite this, put the negative 3x over 5 here, and then put the positive 19 over 5 here. So negative 3x over 5, negative 3x over 5 goes here. 19 over 5 right there. That's another way to write it. Both are correct. All right. Solve the linear equation. Okay, ax plus 4 equals 31, and you know that x is always going to be negative 3. So let's replace it in there. So there's an x, put a negative 3 in there. Negative 3 times that is negative 3a plus 4 equals this. Now minus 4. So negative 3a equals 27. So now what? Divide both sides by negative 3 by negative 3. So a is a negative 9. That's what we need to get. Factor the quadratic. Alright, what can you take out? 7a from both of these, because 7a times a is 7a squared, and 7a times negative 3 is a negative 21a. So that's the right way. Correct. Oh, factor this one. Look at the last number, is 12. So 12 times 1, 6 times 2, 3 times 4. But when you add these numbers subtracting, you got to get the middle one. Well, 3 and 4 gives you 7, so we're saying that it's x plus 3x plus 4. How do we know for sure? Check it. Multiply it out. Check. X times x is x squared. X times that is 4x. 3 times that is 3x. 3 times 4 is 12. So x squared plus 7x plus 12. Is that right? X squared plus 7x plus 12. Does that match? Yes. So that's the correct way to factor it. Factor the quadratic. Another one. 48. Look at 48. 48 times 1, 24 times 2, 12 times 4, 6 times 8, 3 times 16. All these are possible. But which one gives you 14 in the middle? I say 6 and 8. If you add or subtract it, they'll give you that. So x minus 6, x minus 8, our guess. That's my guess, I think. Check it. So x times x squared. X times that, negative 8x. That times that, negative 6x. That times that, positive 48. X squared and negative, add them together is going to be a negative something. So x squared minus 14x plus 48. That's the answer. Yes. Does they match? Yes, it matches. Factor this one. Look at the last number, 72. 72 times 1, 36 and 2, 18 and 4, 9, 8, 3 and 24. I say 9 and 8 because 9 take away 8 gives you 1. So I think that's what's going to happen. So let's try this. X plus 8, x minus 9. Is that going to work? Check it, check it, check it. X times x squared. X times that, negative 9x. That times that is 8x. And that times that is negative 72. Again, x times that, x squared. Negative 9x, 8x, negative 72. So now we have negative 9x, positive 8x is going to give you what? Negative 1x. And you don't have to put the negative 1 for it. You can just put x squared minus x minus 72, which is what we got. Factor this. Okay, take out the greatest common factor first, 3x. Because 3x times this x squared is 3x cubed. 3x times that is going to be 12x squared. And 3x times that is giving you negative 36x. Now look at the last number, 12. 12 times 1, 6 and 2, 3 and 4. But I say 6 and 2. That'll give me the 4. Is that right? Is x minus 2 and x plus 6 going to work? Let's check, check, check. Write it down. So x times x squared. X times that is 6x. Negative 2 times that is negative 2x. And the negative times the positive is negative 12. So 3x times x squared plus 4x minus 12. From these two right here in the middle. X squared plus 4x minus 12. Now multiply. 3x times this, 3x cubed. 3x times that, 12x squared. And 3 times that one is a negative 36x. Yes, it matches. Factor this. I'm going to use difference of squares. It means a squared minus b squared always is going to be a plus b, a minus b. So I need to rewrite it because 8 times 8 is 64. X and x is x squared. So 8x squared is that. 11 times 11 is 121. So 8x squared minus 11y squared. So now there it is set up. Square minus square. Now we're going to have 8x plus 11y. 8x minus 11y. Using the difference of squares formula. Alright, ooh, now it equals x plus 6 squared. So, to do this problem, we're going to have to take square root of both sides. Square the left side, square the right side. And, because it's a 2, that means going to be 2 answers possible. So, plus or minus square root of 9, just one side. So, that's going to be, square root of 9 is going to be plus or minus 3 equals x plus 6. Or rewrite it, x plus 6 equals plus or minus 3, like this. Now, x plus 6 is negative 3, or x plus 6 equals 3. Work this out first. So minus 6 minus 6, so x is a negative 9, maybe. And over here, minus 6 minus 6, so x is a negative 3, maybe. How do you know they work? Check, check, check. Put the number back in the original problem. So negative 9, put it back in there. So we put negative 9 here. That's going to be negative 9 plus 6 is negative 3. Negative 3 times a negative 3 is a positive 9. Does 9 equal 9? Yes, good. To the other one here, negative 3. Negative 3 plus 6 is going to give you a 3. 3 squared means 3 times 3. And that's going to be 9. So 9 equals 9. Good. So they both work. Check, 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 check. This one. Let's solve this quadratic equation by factoring. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and look at the last number, 15. So 15 and 1, 3 and 5. And I'm going to guess 3, 5 is the one. And z minus 3, z plus 5. Let's check it over here. Z minus 3, z plus 5. Does that work? Z times z, z squared. Z times 5, 5z. That times that is negative 3z. That times that negative 15. Well, z squared, that's going to be plus 2z minus 15. Yes, it matches. So now we have z minus 3 equals 0 or z plus 5 equals 0. From there, work them. Z minus 3 plus 3, so z equals 3. Minus 5 on both sides, so z equals what? Negative 5. So 3 and negative 5. Z equals 3, z equals negative 5. Another one, solved by factoring. So this is quadratic equation by factoring. 27 and 1, 9 and 3. Let's go with 9 and 3. I think it's p minus 3, p plus 9. Maybe. Let's check, check, check. So, does that work? P times p is p squared. That's going to be 9p minus 3p minus 27. So, p squared plus 6p minus 27. Does that match? Yes, it matches. Matches right there. So, p minus 3 equals 0 or p plus 9 equals 0. So, add 3, so p equals 3. Or minus 9, so p equals negative 9. So p equals 3 or p equals negative 9. So the two answers, p equals 3, positive, p equals negative 9. What is this? A right triangle. We have a leg and leg. We have a is 10, b is 20, and c mystery number. We don't know. Use a Pythagorean theorem. The hypotenuse is going to be this squared is that squared. So a squared, b squared, c squared. Put them in there. 10, 20. 10 times 10 is 100. 20 times 20 is 400. Add those together, you get 500 equals c squared. Well, that's not the answer yet, is it? So take the square root of this side, take the square root of this side, use a calculator to square root this guy, as far as your machine goes. I got 22 point, all these numbers here equals C. So I rounded it off to 3 places, 22.361. That's close enough. Find the distance between the points. Between negative 5, 5 and 2, 3. Okay, so label them. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. And this is the distance formula, this is a variation of it. X1 minus X2, Y1 minus Y2. So put the numbers in the parentheses. Negative 5 minus a 2, 5 minus a 3. So negative 5 and negative 2 is right here. And 5 minus 3 is right there. So this is going to be negative 7 squared and 2 squared. Negative 7 times negative 7, because it's squared, is 49. And 2 times 2 is a 4. And that's going to be square root of 53. Or you can use a calculator if you want to get a decimal. It's 7.280.109.889. It's close enough. The distance between those 2 points. Find the midpoint. Again, use a formula for midpoint. Midpoint formula is 3 and negative 6 and 9 and 8. That's going to be x1, y1, x2, y2. Midpoint. There it is, the formula. Okay, just use it. It's on the list. So now, x1 is going to be 3 plus 9 over 2. Negative 6 plus 8 over 2. So that's going to give you 3 and 9 is 12 over 2 is 6. And right here is going to give you 2 over 2, which is 1. So 6, 1 is the midpoint of that right there. Those 2 points. That line segment. Find the slope of the line. Okay. We're going to call this one x1, y1. This is x2, y2. Slope formula. There it is right there. y1, y2, x1, x2. That's one way to do it. There's another way to do it too. But this is what we're going to use today. So now we have 3 minus 1, negative 3 minus 0 on the bottom. So 3 minus 1, negative 3 minus 0. Well, 2 over negative 3 or negative 2/3 is the slope. Right. We're there. So now we have find the slope of the line containing the points. Okay. Same thing. Put the numbers in there for the formula. x1, y1, x2, y2. Put them in there. 2 minus a minus, 1 minus. So 2 minus a minus is a plus. So that's going to be 3. And this is going to be 4, negative 4. So 3 over, negative 3 over 4. Alright. Find the slope. 2 points. This is going to be x1, y1, x2, y2. Put them in there. So slope formula again. I'm using this one. y1, y2, x1, x2. So m is 7 minus 7 over negative 3 minus 3. 7 minus 7 over negative 3 minus 3. So negative 7 minus 7 is 0 over negative 6. So 0 divided by any number is still going to be what? 0. What? That's it. 0. So now, that's it right there for now. There's number 60. Oh, that's it for the part 2, huh? Wait, what is this? Oh, okay, after you pass the test, after you pass part 2, take your surfboard, go out to Mustang Island, Texas, and have fun out there surfing with your friends. I would. The sea, have fun out there. Or if you have lots of money in your account, go to Hawaii, put on your Hawaiian stuff, go out there surfing, and the bigger waves, it might break your board apart. That's okay. That's okay. You can take the sticker off, put it in a new board. Anyway, there you are with all your Hawaiian stuff on, looking down at the ocean, having fun there on your broken surfboard. Here it is, a smart bird. Not shark board. Surfboard. Alright. Or, hey, math monster. What's scarier than the math monster? No way. GED math is more scary than this. For sure. For sure. What's more scary than that? Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 of these are more scary than GED math? No, never. How about 7 more of these guys? No way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, they're still not more scary than GED math. I'll tell you that right now. No way. But if you study, maybe it won't be scary. So the 7 and 7 we just saw right now, doesn't matter. Not scary. But if you don't study for the GED math, yes, it is going to be a scary test. In fact, holy cow, is this giant crunchy more scary than the GED math test? No, the GED math test is much harder than this, much tougher. Much more scarier than this. Anyway, good luck. This is Professor Alfredo Galvez Jr. Talk to y'all later, man. Good luck in your test. Bye.